PS5 has been a huge success, that too without even launching many exclusive games. It was just pure hype and a fantastic game library that the PS4 created that are being played better on PS5, which made PS5 a massive success in the gaming realm. Now, to increase the life of a console generation, companies have started this new gimmick where they make the fans buy another piece of hardware instead of trying to create good games for the hardware they sold to everyone before. They make pro versions of it and then try to achieve better performance with it. PS4 did it with the PS4 Pro, and many people bought it, and now they are doing it with the PS5 that is already handling most of the games pretty well. But where the money goes, companies follow. So today we are going to tell you the differences between the PS5 and PS5 Pro's leaked specs that are almost confirmed at the moment. Let's begin. Before we dive into the differences between the PS5 and the PS5 Pro, it's essential to understand the key components that drive a console's performance. The CPU is the brain of the console, responsible for executing instructions and managing tasks. Both the PS5 and PS5 Pro feature an 8-core, 16-thread AMD Zen 2 architecture CPU. However, the PS5 Pro boasts a higher clock speed of either 3.5 GHz or 3.85 GHz compared to the PS5's flat 3.5 GHz clock speed. A higher clock speed allows the CPU to complete more cycles per second, potentially resulting in faster performance, smoother gameplay, and quicker loading times. The GPU is the powerhouse responsible for rendering stunning visuals and complex graphics. This is where the most significant differences lie between the two consoles. The PS5 Pro is rumored to boast 60 CUs, aka compute units, a substantial increase from the PS5's 36 CUs. CUs handle graphics processing tasks, so having more of them generally translates to better graphical performance, enabling higher resolutions, sharper textures, and more complex visual effects. Teraflops is a theoretical measurement of a processor's graphical performance. The PS5 Pro has a potential 33.5 teraflops, nearly 3 times the PS5's 10.23 teraflops. A higher teraflops rating typically indicates faster performance, making the PS5 Pro better equipped for graphically demanding games. For the fans, the leaked specs for the unannounced PlayStation 5 Pro suggest it will have significantly higher teraflop performance at 33.5 teraflops compared to the 12 teraflops of the Xbox Series X. However, it's important to note that directly comparing teraflops between different GPU architectures, Microsoft's custom RDNA 2 GPU versus the rumored RDNA 3 GPU in the PS5 Pro, is not a perfect apples-to-apples comparison of performance. The architectural differences mean the increase in performance may not directly scale with the increase in teraflops. Both consoles come with 16 GB of GDDR6 memory. However, the PS5 Pro has a memory interface of 256-bit/576 GB compared to the PS5 256-bit/448 GB. This higher bandwidth allows for faster data transfer, benefiting games with complex textures and high-resolution assets. Ray tracing is a cutting-edge rendering technique that simulates the behavior of light in real time, resulting in more realistic and immersive graphics. The PS5 Pro's rumored 4 times improvement in ray tracing performance over the PS5 could usher in a new era of photorealistic gaming experiences. With its powerful GPU, the PS5 Pro could potentially deliver games at resolutions up to 8K, thanks to the inclusion of Sony's proprietary PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution (PSSR) upscaling technology. In future consoles, PSSR could evolve to support even higher resolutions like 4K 120 FPS and 8K 60 FPS. The AI computation in gaming consoles is going to be a big thing going forward, and I am pretty sure Sony and Xbox are going to benefit from it a lot. Having said that, the bump in performance will be experienced in games that get tuned for the new hardware, and I think Sony might use some automatic AI system to make the games ready to support the new hardware. Right now, it's not happening. Even though the consoles are more powerful than some older games that we see on our PS Plus accounts, they don't actually see any bump in performance. Both PS and Xbox need to figure out a way to give the users the choice to select the resolution and FPS for older games as well. It's a really frustrating experience to play Dead Space 3 on Xbox Series at 30 FPS, a game that was released 12 years ago. Now let's come to the price of the PS5 Pro. The rumored PS5 Pro pricing has pissed off many gamers. While the PS4 Pro launched at $399, matching the base PS4's initial price, reports suggest the PS5 Pro could cost $599 or even higher. Sony's decision to price the PSVR 2 at a premium of $549 demonstrates their willingness to charge a premium for new hardware regardless of market demand. Increasing the PS5 Pro's price to such a high level would be a grave mistake, especially considering how many PSVR 2s are just on the shelves eating dust. By pricing the PS5 Pro at $599 or higher, Sony risks repeating the same mistake and alienating a substantial portion of its customer base. In today's economic climate, where consumers are grappling with inflation and cost of living pressures, a premium price tag for the PS5 Pro could prove detrimental to its adoption rate. Sony should learn from the PSVR 2's misstep and prioritize affordability and accessibility for the PS5 Pro unless they have something else in mind. The leaked information from Insider Gaming sheds light on Sony's ambitious plans for the PlayStation 5 Pro, with developer kits already in the hands of first-party studios since September 2023 and third-party developers since January 2024. Additionally, the report suggests that test kits identical to the final product will be available starting spring 2024, indicating that Sony is gearing up for a tentative holiday 2024 release for the PS5 Pro. However, amidst the excitement surrounding the upcoming console's potential, one aspect stands out as particularly concerning: the lack of first-party games released on the PlayStation 5 this year. This dearth of exclusive titles from Sony's own studios is undoubtedly one of the most disappointing aspects of the PS5's current state. No matter how much the performance of this machine gets a boost, the true strength of a console lies in its software library. Sony's first-party studios have historically been the driving force behind some of the most critically acclaimed and commercially successful games on PlayStation platforms. The scarcity of new first-party titles this year not only diminishes the value proposition for existing PS5 owners, but also raises concerns about the company's ability to provide a compelling lineup of exclusives to showcase the capabilities of the PS5 Pro at launch. It is disheartening to witness a console as powerful as the PS5 being underutilized due to a lack of first-party software support. Sony's commitment to delivering a robust and diverse lineup of exclusive games has been a cornerstone of the PlayStation brand's success, and the current drought of new titles is a glaring oversight that cannot be overlooked. I have seen many people turning towards powerful PCs going forward because they can pretty much play every game released on these consoles on PC with more control over the graphical fidelity and its content. As Sony prepares to unveil the PS5 Pro, it is imperative that they address this issue head-on and reassure gamers that a strong lineup of first-party titles is in the works. Without a compelling selection of exclusive games that truly push the boundaries of what the new hardware is capable of, the PS5 Pro risks becoming a mere technological showcase rather than a must-have gaming platform. Sony might be able to sell high numbers of Pros this time around, but with a lack of first-party games, consumers are not fools. They will understand this marketing gimmick soon and will abandon the ship going forward. Gamers deserve more than just raw power. They crave immersive and unforgettable experiences that can only be delivered through the combined efforts of cutting-edge hardware and exceptional software. It is time for Sony to reaffirm its commitment to delivering the best gaming experiences possible if they like the #1 position in the game sphere that they are enjoying today. There is too much money in the gaming market, and if they don't play by the rules of the customers, they will be overthrown. It has happened in the past with many giants. No one is infallible. In the end, only the superior product wins. That's all we had for today's episode. If you liked what you saw here, drop a sub, have a good one, and we'll see you later.